Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Let me know if you can hear me, if you got sight and sound. Let me turn on some lights here. Jeez Louise, I'm sitting in the dark. Actually, no, I'm going to sit in the dark today. All right, let's look at the charts quick. Got about 10 minutes till market open here. Good morning. Let me know where you're here from. Let me know what you're trading today. Yeah, I'm sitting in the dark. I can't look at myself like this. Let me turn 2 more lights on. Got to add the ambiance. Ambiance. And it lights up my play button. Lights up my play button. All right. Here we are. Good morning. Good morning. A whole new day from yesterday. Thanks to everyone that supported yesterday. You can see I already have resting orders here on the Dow. Kind of what I'm looking to be trading today. Not a ton of range. Okay, so first things I'm looking at, guys, is ATRs, which is the average true range. So we have 621 on the Dow, 76. I don't trade the Y2K right now or the NASI. Crude coming in there 5.6, 5.7, and gold up there around 95, close to 100. Looking for about half of that ATR just to green light myself for trading. So that's kind of how I'm picking this as my first entry as opposed to T-line. At T-line, I just really don't have enough range. We do have nice stacked POCs here right now, developing POC, yesterday's POC, after just a sell-off that I couldn't campaign around. I just couldn't do it. So eventually hit my daily max limit. We can see the accounts that I'm trading down 230, 240 is what I have my max loss auto liquidate set at. So it made the decision for me. I did not even need to do that, which was kind of nice. Get that back up here. Get everything all lined up nice for y'all. So coming in here at yesterday's range low, pretty much that's going to give me enough range that I feel comfortable that I can get in on longs. We can see where that kind of shows up on the VWAP bands. And then we have a nice little developing resistance up here for over the last 2 days that I'll definitely use for sells. I know it may seem like, how the hell are we ever going to get up here? It can happen. All right. And then I'm just doing the same thing on each instrument. We have 41 here, looking at an ATR of 76. So we are at 50%. So pretty much what that allows me to do now is I can start to think about longs here. And this is the pros of trading multiple markets. If we look at yesterday's developing POC, we're going to be right here in pretty much the 1.5s. So this might be an opportunity for me where I might want to set a buy.
Order submitted.
But if you are going to set a buy there, you have to make sure that you have the risk to be able to come down here to these stacked range lows. That, along with the confluence of T-line, is probably, for me, going to be a much more confident long. So I'm right now, I'm going to take that off. But for more aggressive or people that have a little bit more range in their risk, this would definitely be the first entry. And then we would have shorts up here at this same as we see over on the Dow. Okay, so I'm going to take this one off. I will keep this one on for now, just to see what happens. Coming over to gold, way outside day down, just continuing to dump gold. Pretty much, I have nowhere to look, right? I have no real ranges down here for me to think about. So everything down here right now is a no trade. If we got to some range, maybe I could look and see what the -2s look like. But we can see we just been outside the -2s, just riding the -2s all the way down. So more would be thinking about shorts up here. Once we got to range high, that's where I'd feel comfortable as the day develops on gold. And then here on crude, we saw a nice little developing POC down here, but same thing, outside day down. And now it's starting to come back into range. Really, for me, owning shorts up here, we got the trend line. And then with POC, with high ranges, like up here, this is a really, really good, in my opinion, short opportunity. Right now, it's probably not even in the bands. Right outside what would be +2. So that's kind of where we're going to let things sit as the market opens and we develop into the morning. Yeah. Any questions, please let me know. We were able to get into a trade pretty quickly yesterday. I think 9:35 was our entry, and that trade we rode, 3 hours. I think I ended up closing off the stream at like 1 o'clock. Gotta be honest, I don't want to do that again, but we will take what the market gives us today and hopefully get back on the right track after a DRB yesterday. I will show for anybody that was not here yesterday, you could see over here we have the Bookmap. Once again, with the Bookmap, I'm not using these for entries or necessary exits. They are just, it's a screen and a service that I've used for years. So it's just now second nature. It's just my level 2. As you saw yesterday, a ton of liquidity stacked below, which isn't great. And then we have some right here that we're going to try and push through to get back up to this liquidity here. Mostly just looking for this as confluence of a move, just an added thing. It is nice to look at. I don't do the whole bubbles and things like that, but I talked yesterday about if I would still pay for this if I was still trading just a mean reversion strategy, right? Because it doesn't really lend itself to all these extra things. I'm doing way more than just trading futures. So for me, it would be worth it to have it. And I mentioned yesterday, like the number one thing I think anybody should buy is a journal, unless you're software. I know a lot of awesome platforms and softwares now. They have their own like online journals and stuff. I think going back, that's kind of what's helped me kind of get to the next level, so to speak, of being profitable. Good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm going to try the MES. Orders way nice. Yeah, yesterday, right, we grinded it out all day, hoping for a much better day today. I actually was able to hop on Rod Casilli's live stream yesterday and saw that he rode his Dow longs down to a 6 lot. He had 6 contracts on. That would have been great if I would have been able to do that. I mean, looking at yesterday, my orders are probably still all here for anybody that wasn't here yesterday, but yeah, just a really, really tough day. I'm on crude. A really, really tough day yesterday. We can see my first entry. We got this, and then we joked that I got long and I didn't take off because I was being a dick for a lot of ticks. And then the whole rest of the day, I got a graceful exit, another entry, and then I got fully stopped out before, and I look back in hindsight. Here's something I talked about in my journal. I went back in, I went here. This was my second ad. So at this time I was plus 1. If I wouldn't have added this second one here, I probably would have had the risk budget to make it all the way down to low of day and maybe get top ticked. But even this move here, I wouldn't have survived. So it's just one of those days where sometimes you're just not going to make it unless you can ride a 6 lot. I think he ended up breaking even on that, but like, good for you, dude. Like I just can't even ride. I don't feel comfortable doing 3. Oh, look at that liquidity above. Go down. Only thing with the Dow going long right now is I don't have a short up here until really we get up here, especially with the red yesterday. Like here's high day, and I also want some range expansion, right? So going up through here doesn't add to this 297, and I really, really want to make sure. I mean, what's it exactly? What's 621 divided by 2? 310 is really where I need the range. So I need another 13 points of range. Like I said, that long gives me 13 points of range. Another thing I saw yesterday from my back testing, and this is something you can go look at. This day was so unique in a way that there hasn't been more than 1 or 2 days in the last 2 months. I think I went back. This chart's set to 90 days. So I think I went back 90 days. There's been like 2 to 3 days where we broke below range low and didn't close above. It happens very rarely. Not that we don't go below it, but the fact that we don't go, I'll show you what I mean, which we talked early, like this was kind of a fake day because it was the bank holiday. This was really the true low range and it didn't get below there. But if we can find a day here real quick before the market opens where it broke below and didn't close above, it does not happen very often. Like it's a rarity. Broke below, closed above. Here's one of those rare days. Just happened, broke below, closed above, broke below, closed above. So the fact that we broke below, didn't. So there's another one. The fact that we did that, that was rare in itself. And like I said, you just have to take those days and just be like, that's an L day. Like we're playing the statistics, and sometimes statistics don't go in our favor, right? So on a day like that, where it breaks below and stays below, you know, there's nothing much we can do there, if that makes sense. Good morning to the 6 of you. I hope you're having a great morning. Today's actually my father's birthday. He would have been 74 years old today. He left us a little bit too early. But so I have him in my thoughts today. And as somebody that's also in recovery, it's days like today are days I definitely want to go have a drink and celebrate Dad's life. And, you know, I got to be strong and drink my seltzer and drink too much coffee and know that he'd be proud that I'm sober and I'm not the way I used to be. I wasn't a bad guy, but I wasn't my best self. So happy birthday, Dad. There they go. Not a huge move off the open, up towards highs a little bit. See if we can go run these highs and maybe get 13 points. Once we get 13 more points of range and we're at that 50%, we're going to be right in the middle. I'll definitely feel more comfortable getting into plus twos. This necessarily isn't going to be my first short, but as I was mentioning, like when you are entering, you have to be thinking to yourself, where are my next levels that are valid entries, not adding to losers, but what's a valid entry? So if I add here at this +2, right, which isn't even at high of day, that's at 771. I need to be able to go short here because this is the big one, right? It is, I found, because I always want to be in a trade. I found that waiting for this and stacking them close together is going to be more profitable for me and have a higher success rate than just jumping into the ones and the twos on the range, on the stay in your lane over here, right? That's the value of sitting and saying, hey, we're going to wait on the 30-minute chart because these entries are more valid. They're more statistically probable, and they're probably going to give us a much better outcome. Same down here. Like if we have 41, now we get down from 42, we're getting another 30 points of range. That puts us at pretty much 1 ATR for the MES. So now we really bring in the statistics. We can add here and we can add down here at the trend and know that these are better than messing with this -2 down here and then needing to have room all the way here. That's mistakes that I made. Before I was using primarily the 30-minute chart, I was saying, okay, -2, I'm going in here, right? And then it kept going. Now, here we have a situation where we do have yesterday's POC that we could use as a long if you're aggressive, but you have to be able to get down to these stacked low of days, and you probably need to be able to get all the way back down to this trend to really have those really high probable trades. Now, using the 30-minute as well, I can say, all right, I want to be here at this range high. Then you can come over to the VWAP bands and say, okay, if I want to be a little more conservative, I can give myself, now I can come up to the +2s. That's where I can use both, and we can see those +2s pretty much align with now would be Monday's range high. I hope that makes sense. Good morning, Cube Gift. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining me again today. So we do have a resting order here that we might want to mess with here. So where that is, see, same thing. Yesterday's POC, T-line, if crude can go. And it's one of those things like, yeah, that looks really, really far away and it might not get there. That's fine. I'll be patient and not trade crude until it does. Simple. Right? But that doesn't mean that it can't just sit there. Still a ton of liquidity above, like same as yesterday. So now we look at the Bookmap and we say, right, where is price being sucked into? It's being sucked up here. This is the exact opposite chart of yesterday where we saw all of this volume down below and it continued, sellers just continue to eat up all those buyers. Now we need buyers to come up here and start taking off all these sell orders if we want to see strength in the market today. Already 7. What was the high yesterday, Cube? Or you were here for the whole day. What did we get to, like 12 yesterday? 12 concurrent viewers, I think, was the big one yesterday. Unfortunately, this will end the live stream streak for about another month or so. This is all proof of concept before I'm off for summer break. So I'm back to work tomorrow. Today's a Muslim holiday. Happy celebrations or happy holidays to anybody celebrating the Muslim holiday today. But yeah, I'm back to work for one more month, and then I'll probably stream a couple days a week. Not every day, because I'm in Rod's trade room, and I definitely want to get in and keep getting that knowledge from him. So whether I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whether I do Tuesday, Wednesday of my own streams, we'll see. But I definitely love questions, comments, concerns in the chat. It gives me something to talk about. It makes me feel like I'm not sitting here by myself. So press that chat button, say hello. 12. Hopefully grow fast. As I mentioned yesterday on this channel, I remember the days when it was 10 to 12. And then, man, I think the last time I live streamed on my main channel, I think there was like 10,000 people in there, which, like, if you go to ChatGPT and you put a picture of yourself like standing in the street and you say, hey, can you put 10,000 people around me? You're like, oh man, there was a lot of people on that damn live stream. Right now, y'all can fit my driveway. Barely. I don't have a very big driveway. Not a very big driveway. And if you guys see something that you're looking at, if I miss something, please let me know, right? Get in here and trade together. Bounce ideas off one another. That's good. It looks like I got a little bit of reaction off of yesterday's POC, coming right back down. Right on. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you, especially being around a while. Yeah, that main channel started in 2017. So in September will be 10 years on the main channel, 10 years. But I'm still selling options every day. My SPX puts are in. They pretty much get sold every day. And then whatever's happening on that little Robinhood account that I like to do. And still not every day on the SPY, because I'm doing SPX, and really doing both is a lot. So right now, just doing that. I'll open it up. I don't know what Tesla's doing, actually. While we're sitting here, we can look. But I've just been selling calls and puts on Tesla this year. And yesterday they were back up to like 430 or something. 443 Tesla's trading for right now. My cost basis on Tesla right now, I think, is $335. So I have almost $100 position there. Let's see what it says. Oh, it's six. So I'm up 6,000 on my shares. And then, man, almost $1,000 a week selling calls against it. And at this point, I'll take 442, man. I'll get a sign there. I have an Amazon put, which is in the profit 60%. We'll probably close that today. And we'll see if anything else is dumping in the Mag 7. I like using the Mag 7. NVIDIA's just been on a downtrend, but I that's deservingly so. I'm not touching puts of NVIDIA right now. I really think NVIDIA can come down a lot more. Maybe Microsoft. We'll get a put on Microsoft later on today. We'll see what happens. But thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you leaving the comment. That's dope. Futures are fun. I was using futures to track the S&P anyway, so that's what really led me into the futures. Was if I'm going to be looking at these charts every day anyway, and I'm going to be making my decisions high and low according to those decisions, I might as well trade it. I definitely more like a swing trading approach. That's definitely something I like a lot more. But see, as this continues to come down, if we get a -2 on the MES, like down in this region here, right, with range where I kind of need it to be, a -2 down here might be an ad for me. we might be able to go long here, depending on how fast it gets down there. To be honest, yesterday's POC, I'm going to put a buy here at yesterday's POC as well.
Submitted.
That's on the MES. Right now we have that's on the Dow. We have the trend. We have developing POC. We have yesterday's POC. I can definitely feel comfortable going into that trade. And then because I have that order in here, I do not want to be in both of these at the same time. So I'll probably, no, we're good. If one of these gets filled, we'll see what happens here. We'll watch the Dow and the MES at the same time. Reaction back to the upside on gold, though. Like this would be great.
Order submitted.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Low of day down here, definitely. This has got to be. I mean, if you really want to be ultra conservative, I guess you could wait till 09, right? You could wait till 709, but yeah, this here at 75% ATR, I'm in. That I will be. I'd be long there with a long here. There's no red folder news today. I don't think. I think Thursday was the red folder news. But gosh knows we don't need news. We just need tweets. Tweets will move the market for us. Tweets will move the markets. Yeah, this prior POC definitely is a low range move, so it definitely holds a little bit of risk, but risk I can take. Suck at ES. Is ES doing what Dow wanted to do yesterday? Is that what's happening here? Because, gosh, I hope not. The race to fill me. Will we be in the Dow or will we be in here? This is also a pretty expansive candle. 15 minutes left. If it keeps rushing down here, I might be the conservative guy that waits for the trend. Like if it gets all the way down there. How did the range not change? Oh, there it did. It just changed as I said it. I'm like, what the heck are you waiting for, range? Yeah, nothing below in gold. No orders resting below here. Even I don't even like developing POC because we see this is pretty much a POC here. Here's another POC up here. Split the crude's all over the place. Pretty big wick though to open the day. Definitely got all these people that were looking for longs out of here, right? Oh, we're doing great. We're doing great. Smack in your face. It's true. How long can we mess around at highs, right? Let's see. Puts. Yeah, 340. That's an insane chart. I can't really roll my Tesla today. I have calls open, but I've been pushing them out just to be greedy and grab premium. So my expiration is still just a little bit out. It's at 420, which is okay. We'll see. I might just let some theta eat that away a little bit before I roll the Tesla. the market makers heard me. And they're like, no, we're not going to slab it. We're going to go. We're going to go. So got liquidity up here on the Bookmap. Down here as well. A little bit to the downside. Nothing crazy. Not like yesterday. Yesterday, the downside was just all orange. Definitely would like to go up there. Man, how many times I've entered here, fiddling in the middle. Been like, oh, it's going to be, it'll get up to the +1, so I'll enter a VWAP. Smacked. The power of not trading, right? The power of sitting on your hands. The power of sitting on your hands. Let's see what the Discord's doing. Good morning, Discord. Burnt my thumb yesterday. Texting is hard. My stomach's growling. I skipped breakfast today like a dope. Got to get the kids to school even though I'm off. And they're like, oh, can we ride our bikes? I'm like, yeah, we can ride our bikes. I'm for that. We're going to get a fill. What are you doing, Dow? 10 minutes left in this candle. What are you doing? Making some more wicks would be nice. Making some more downside wicks. Oh, look at this. Look at this volume here. Where is that? That is 574. It's pretty much right where we're at. Right, this liquidity here is pretty much right where I have resting orders at. Where are we on the ES? We gonna fill in the ES or what? Nope. Not quite. Come on, paint. Dry. Dry, dry, dry. Has anybody gotten into anything yet? Are we all just watching together? Chopping VWAP. Let's go. Yeah, it's a good old 2 in the chat. No trades yet. Oh, my coffee from yesterday. I gotta clean up my desk. Who just has like a shoe insole sitting on their desk? Dow said nope. Do I want to force a trade here at the +1s? The answer to that question is nope. Value area high. No, maybe the twos. Because I've seen it happen. I've seen a pump up to here. This range is too low for me. I've just been burned too many times. I want to get in the Dow, but it needs to get at least 300. I mean, 310 is where we want to be. It needs to get there for me. This chop on a low range where there could be expansion. I could be wrong, right? I could not know what I'm talking about, but from sitting here, I've just been burnt too many times on that. Especially when opportunities are presenting themselves here, right? Like I'd much rather maybe go short on the ES. Well, right now we're pretty much at +2s, right? Maybe a -1 at this value area high with the range. Like ES just looks like the better instrument to enter right now. Yeah, wow, look at this. Which one's going to break? Support or resistance? Who's going to break over here on the Dow? Not me either. No shot. I mean, yeah. If you have the stones to be in gold right now, that was great. But for me, like I'm not ready for that. But B, I guess with a ton of range, 131, right? Way over. So over ATR definitely made this play, but for me, I can't pick this bottom. Even at the -2s, like I can't get in and ride this heat right now in gold. I just don't have it in me. But yeah, that's good for them. I'm happy for them. I'm not ready for that. But yeah, that's a great freaking candle. But for me and my skill level, this sell is way more appropriate, which happens to be at the +1s. Like that's better for me. This feels even better to me when it comes to gold. We'll keep those on there, but yeah, good for them. I'm happy for them. Yeah, and it's not even with getting into gold. It's more I want to be able and I feel confident trading the Dow and the ES. And gold and crude are for days where I have a little bit of green buffer early in the day, right? Like gold and crude for me and my skill level are not the first entry of the day, especially when I have resting orders. Like I would hate to be taking a little bit of drawdown in the heat, which you're going to do in gold and crude. And then because of that, not be able to enter trades that I really have strong conviction on that I am a little bit more skilled in inside the Dow and the ES. So it's like these are like secondary trades to me. For me. And it's true for the Nazi. Like I see all the time in that group about how well people do trading the Nazi. And I can say, okay, yeah, I'm a superhero. Maybe I can do it too if they can do it. But that's never got me anywhere. And all the accounts I've blown up for years have been on the NASDAQ. So even when I went over to micro NASDAQ. So it's like I haven't proven myself the skill level to be in there, right? Even though I see black belts, I'm not rolling with one. You know, it's not doing it. I'll stay down with my white and yellow belts and kick it. Because I can roll the black belt for a second and I might be able to get an arm, but 10 seconds later, I'm going to be choked out. Get lucky, but got to play the odds and the statistics here. I'm going to put one high a day.
Order submitted.
And just be able to manage it, not ride it all the way up to here, but maybe take $50 a heat, $75 a heat, and see what happens. I still think these wicks want to come down and get tested again. 2 minutes left on this candle. Man, we talked yesterday about how different these charts look and how some people will consider these correlated assets. Like, look at the different. These are not correlated. They're not correlated at all. I mean, maybe they have days where they align, but they're not correlated assets. Yeah, -2 would have done well, huh? What time was that? 9:45. Nice little 15-minute trade would have been good. Yesterday's POC, right, acting as resistance. Go, go, go. Lots of people texting me from my dad today. So nice of them. My dad was a good dude. It's funny, like all of his like friends and stuff that I really never even met. I know. I want to go long here too. Can't get impatient. Right? Isn't this the time where you start saying like, I want to be in a trade, and you start looking for stuff like, oh, that could be an opportunity. That could be an opportunity. -2s again, maybe. Kind of rushed into contracts on stream yesterday. Got me into a little bit of trouble. Yeah, I kind of got to get involved here. It's been a little bit. Just know that I might have to manage trades. Not sure how long I could Jomo this two-way choppy stuff. Let's see. Gold and crude still going up. This is going to be a double top here. Do I want to be a dick for a tick? VWAP. VWAP alert. VWAP alert. Problem is, I just don't know where another ad would be in here if I get in here.
Order
Let's get
filled.
involved.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Let's do it. Am I forcing trades? Maybe. We're going to find out here at the +2s. Actually, I'm going to rest this a high day. This trade I'll probably give $100. Yeah, Josh. I mean, if that's working for you, man, that's awesome. Right? I think it's all. I made a video like strategy doesn't matter. I think everyone has like their little bit of edge. The main strategy is like don't lose money, right? Manage risk. So yeah, I could see how that definitely could work for you. And if it does, that's sick. Get it. Love it. But look at this big, big candle that we got here. No, Kermit. Here's the situation. I definitely want to get filled a high day. Do I expect it to go high day and then push a little bit? Maybe to trap some people that are trying to get this breakout. I mean that's probably that's the move I'm fading. I'm fading people trying to get a breakout up to here. Still liquidity above though. I see that's there. It's right up here on the book map. Which would be a nice little fill. I kind of just want to see a green number here, man. We sat for 3 hours yesterday and we didn't see a green number. Just show it to me for a second. Except for that, the first 2 minutes when it went in my favor and I was up $30 and we're like, nah, let's keep it going. And that $50 day turned into a minus $250 day over the course of the next 3 hours. Still pumping. Gold probably still pumping too. Yeah, there goes gold. There's a green. Thank you. That's what we wanted to see. Just a little bit of green on the chart for us for a second. MES pulling up. But this is one of those situations where I can't be short and long. So I'm not messing with the possibility of like hedging correlated assets. So like I kind of have to take these
Order
off.
canceled. Order canceled.
Which is crappy because I like these longs better than I like these shorts. But that's the game I play when I'm rushing trades. Puck shift. We just saw it there on gold. I still like shorts on gold up here. I mean, it makes sense going expansion first and then going back to reversion, right? Because that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to expand into range so that we can go reversion. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Another fill? Yeah, hindsight's 2020, man. Spy tick.
Order filled.
Failed. Okay, now we can put one here.
Order submitted.
Definitely not riding this all the way up to here. I said 125, so like 869 would pretty much be where I got to pull this. Like right around here. I can maybe, depending on what it's doing and how fast it gets there, I could probably get, I could probably go to 150. Come back in, Dow. As the sells off. Question mark? And crude not doing anything. What a cat tractor make some news? What the hell caused this? Is it you, cat tractor? And the good news is we are now at 50% range on the Dow. The bad news is I'm in for $50 on that range already. Wouldn't we love to see a big wick like we saw in the last candle? That'd be dope. Show me that wick again. Show me it. Show me that wick again, Dow. What do they call it? Scaring the kids? Scaring the kids. Come back in, Dow. Don't make me look like a complete donkey this week. That is a Kermit candle, friends. That is a Kermit candle. It's buying back the whole move that we sat through yesterday in one candle. Yeah, I mean, crude's not really doing anything right now. It's definitely climbed over the last bit, but I mean, we're not seeing anything on this candle that correlates to that at all. You know, this is, I mean, obviously things move in different point values. This is a pretty nice move, though, on the ES. But, like, this is ridiculous. 644. Dave, almost a 200 and change candle. Nothing we can do about that. I'm being trolled right now. Talk through all the reasons why I shouldn't be short. And I did it anyway. I did it anyway. Now we just watch the bars expand. Wonder if Rod will go. Is Rod short the Dow? I wonder if he's going to ride this to a 7 lot again like he did yesterday. Or was it 6? I think he went to a 6 lot. Come back in, Dow. Suck it, Dow. Come back down, Dow. Come in the range. Come on, Dow. You've heard of statistics. If that could be the high of the day, Dow, that'd be dope. Appreciate that. Thoughts and prayers. Everything else chopping around. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to go use the restroom. Maybe grab something to eat. Be right back. Oh, yeah. Suck it, Dow. I gotta go pee more often. Graceful exit. I might put a graceful exit stop. Yeah, no, I'm going to graceful exit. I'm going to put a graceful exit stop.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Yep. And then we can come back in. Oh, he did? All right. Good for me. $36 graceful exit there.
Order submitted.
In Rod, we trust. Nah, I said, yeah, that was a graceful exit for sure. The only thing that was like maybe not is the fact that we're wrapping up this candle here. There's some weakness. Everything looking a little weak. Man, I gotta clean up around here. Suck it down. I do want another fill though, because this here gets me to break even on the day. So definitely want a little bit more inventory up here. Maybe you could tell me, can I be short the YM and long the ES in Lucid? I don't know. I can never keep up with that stuff. I like try and read, but then like I don't know. But yeah, no, this is a nice long. This might be one of those longs where I take off the Dow if I'm not allowed to have both.
Order filled. Order filled.
My dog's barking. Let me see who's here. Just the mailman. The old classic dog barking at the mailman. Ten seconds on this candle. So what does Rod say? We get a little bit of pump on the next candle, and then we dip. Then we dip. Comes the next candle, a little push, and then hopefully come back and fill this range. I am prepared for a little bit more up. But now we have to watch two numbers, right? Because this is the live trade, but this is kind of where we're at for the day. Definitely don't want this to be a flag. I want to be long. I want to be long the ES. How is the Dow trading for 51,000 right now? Another graceful exit? I don't know about them apples. I feel like the graceful exit's got to be there. Hopefully that's just not another measured move, though, they're giving us. Oh, what's it doing? Oh, man, did I miss it by a tick? I think I did. Yikes. Missed it by a tick. Let's see if this wants to make another big jump. What news came in? Is that all we're going to get out of it, though? Because that was nice. I missed the exit by a tick. I moved it like a donkey, just hoping for some more continuation, but we'll see what happens here. It's definitely nice to see some green on the screen, though, for once. I just hope I hope I don't regret not taking that off there. Yeah, like we don't need to go right back up to that swing high. That'd be shitty. Whatever the news was, it looks like it was factored in. It's pulling it right back. Them's the breaks. Once again, greed got me. I should have taken off here. I mean, that would have at least got me a little bit of green back. Would have got me $20 back. So that would have been a step in the right direction at least. Right. Not very bearish. Nice bearish wick to give us hope, but shit. I would have much preferred. Nice. I mean, you got profit there, Cube. Yeah, I mean, the play here was for me to get that fill and then be back in here. So I'm a little frustrated myself, but what I'm trying not to do is get myself into another one quick here and get myself into trouble. I wouldn't mind just like a couple minutes of it just consolidating and trying to figure out its path. Which I mean, I guess this kind of was over the last little bit. Really hasn't made it higher highs in 1019s or like 20 minutes where we've been kind of in this zone trying to figure itself out, doing some price exploration. But like, yeah, this was tough. Didn't love this. Didn't love that. We make new highs in this candle. That's going to be an opportunity for me to probably dip. If we break through highs here, I'm not really going to be entertained by that. Nice. Halfway through the goal. That's sick. Good for you. Somebody's got to win. Last 2 days has not been me. And I freaking hate that liquidity on the Bookmap. I hate it's always true. It always acts like that magnet. Better to be lucky than good sometimes, right? I don't think it's luck. You had your take profit set there, and that's where it hit. And then look, it hit and bounced right back off. So could be like me. I didn't hit my take profit, and now I'm back in the red, $20, right? It's not luck. I mean, I guess there's some luck involved, but so is life. Crude's still going. Why are we moving with crude? Don't do that. Gold's kind of found its place. MES moving. I do feel like if it pulls back in the range, it's going to pull back nicely. Probably do what we did before. We break through this. I'll put a stop as a graceful exit, even though that'd be a profitable exit. Is it a graceful exit if you're profitable? I think that's still profitable. Yeah, here's my first ad. Here's my second ad. So anything pretty much below this swing low, this trade will be in profit. Except on a live account where the commissions are enormous. I think I pay $1 each way, fees and commissions on the live account. Touche. See, no follow through. Like it comes down, but it bounces, boop, snaps right back up. We need to bounce off the EMA here and continue lower. Let's go. Let's see it, Dow. You want to do it. What are you going to do, Dow? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? These moments are almost worse than drawdown, where it's like, it's right there. What are you going to do? You going to help me out? Or you're not going to help me out? This is way more nerve-wracking than being down $100. I mean, when you're down $100, you're just like, all right, I got to manage this position and figure it out. When you're up $21, you're like, do I want to give that 21 back and go back into drawdown and feel like I felt a little while ago? Or do we hold the line? Because closing now gets me down $11 on the day, which at this point, especially after yesterday, feels pretty damn good. It would feel pretty damn good.
Order submitted.
I can't watch it go all the way back against me at this point. So I'm going to take a little bit when I can, and then just let the rest run to VWAP. That's kind of where I would have taken it off before. That makes me feel better because that's where I would have taken it off before.
Order filled.
So now I feel a little bit better. That was, I think, $6, something like that. Nothing crazy off of this entry here. So now I can let this one run a little bit, and I don't have to worry, and I can get back in at high day if we get there. That's the play. That's a play I feel pretty good about. Still looking at this number here as the total on the day. So I could get out right now, break even, but that's just playing the game scared, right? Like I still trust the method, and I still think we can get either a reversion or especially now that we're back in range. Thank you. Yeah, and I guess that's kind of the situational fluency that he talks so much about is when is that the right take, or when do you ride two contracts to VWAP? I don't know. That's what I'm learning, and I have no problem being vulnerable and showing you that. And like, maybe that's the wrong move. Maybe it's going to hit the trend here and it's going to just dump, and I could have had two contracts all the way down there. But that managing risk part, I think by taking off there, even at a $6, still leaving myself red on the day, I still think I'm giving myself more opportunities in the hours to come today to be profitable. And after watching it hit here and then go all the way back up, I emotionally, like my emotional capital, I can't go back up there with two contracts again. Because I wanted to add here. When it was here, I wanted to add a third, but I'm like, that's forcing it. But now to put one here, that feels fine. I have no problem with that. And that also gives me the opportunity to start looking at the +1s on crude and things like that. But like, so here's the range trader move, right? All the way down to POC. But then we see this little node right here, which is right at VWAP. So that's kind of why I'm going to use both of these as here's where I feel really good, but here's where I feel great. but I will definitely not be being a dick for a tick. Suck it down. Good call. Can you remind me that in 8 minutes? Because then I'll just put a stop. I won't give it back on like a whiplash move. Like, what's he gonna say? Like, war's over? I don't believe war's over until we hear from Iran. But like, even if the war's over, how do we still pump more? Like, how? They're saying my bit rate is off. Yeah, we're fine. And here's, I mean, for the first time, all the things I've been saying, that liquidity down below on the Bookmap, like way down here, like that makes me confident to stay in the trade. Yeah, the last couple times he's spoke, well, the last time he spoke was what, on that refrigeration thing when he spoke in the Oval Office with all those restaurant people. That didn't move the market at all. It's the tweets that move it, but we'll see. But the other thing with like watching news and things, those big tweets, they go right to lines. So like if he talks in a good way, it's probably going to come down to POC or T line. You know, if he talks and it rips to the upside, it's only going to rip to session high. Like you can tell those rips off of news are definitely algo based. That's one thing I've definitely seen. So like if you have the range, but like all I would do is if we were in the same spot in 7 minutes, I would just put a stop here, right? And just be like, I don't want to give back this, but I'd keep this here. Or frankly, at 58, I'll probably get rid of this one in case we do have that huge run down. But it's all just preparing yourself. I definitely don't want to give up a rip to the upside. So pretty much right here is pretty much, actually no, we're at my break even on the day, pretty much minus ones. So like if we continue to go down for him, I'll probably put the stop there and just say, okay, if he swings the market one way or the other, I'm going into that swing break even. Look at that liquidity. And buyers just yum yum yum, chewed it up quick. Yeah, let's prepare for that. We'll play that POC. Yeah, look what crude's doing. Gold hasn't moved. Gold and crude have been acting together. Wow, the ES is so wicky today. I guess it makes sense. We're fiddling right in the middle with that. And often too, when they say like, is he hitting the podium at 11 or is that like when the broadcast starts? Because sometimes like when he stream live on YouTube, it'll say like happening at 11 and then they just go live at 11. Yeah, maybe
Order canceled.
Maybe we'll just pull that one until after 11. Five minutes until that happens. Right, the next candle. That was a little bit of pop. Man, still love that ES low of day long, though. Still love that. The four of you that are here, get ready for 11 a.m. possible fireworks. Was that on Financial Juice too? Cabinet meeting. Yeah. What's he going to say? The guy has blue.
There's a government-backed solar program in New York quietly covering the cost for homeowners, but almost nobody's using it.
Yeah. See, this is one of those things where they could make you sit for a bit. It's been streaming for 58 minutes. See what happens. Let me know if anything good happens there. But for the next 2 minutes, we can definitely sell off this candle. That'd be dope. Usually when you see the bid ask really expand, so you know weird stuff's going to happen. But yeah, he's doing really, really good. What do you say? He was messing with gold this morning. I know. I was talking with him. Great question, Josh. We're going to be here to find out. Like I said before, I don't really trust anything that he says until I hear it from Iran as well. But even so, I think that's still a sell the news. Like we're trading at 51,000 on the Dow. You know, who knows? We gonna find out. We are gonna find out here in a second. One more minute. That 30 seconds. Is he doing a speech or is he? I think he's just talking like with cabinet members. I don't think. Because it was on his public calendar, so it's not something like he added last second. Nothing. Like I said, has he actually made it to the podium yet, though? Or was that live stream we just looked at? Is he just still just sitting there?
You bring the prop firm account.
You bring it. Yeah, so nothing yet. I wouldn't expect to see, I mean, obviously we're not going to see anything anything until he gets on there. Does this cover my face? Yeah, let me know when he actually comes on. Yeah, Michael, good for you, bud. Pump for you. I'm going to take the Amazon puts off. Just close my Amazon puts. Feel me? Mike Terry's in the house. What's up, Mike? Yeah, I mean, good play. I mean, you're not down money like I am, so that's good. I mean, sometimes the best trade is no trade, obviously. But yeah, no, stick to it. Don't. I mean, I'm really red because I FOMO'd in, right? I said I didn't want to enter down here, and I did anyway because I got impatient. So, like, yeah, you did the right thing. I did the wrong thing. I'm just posting my trades in my Discord. Buy to close. I just bought to close some Amazon puts for 80%. Not too bad. Expires tomorrow. I think he's just waiting for 75% of the range instead of 50% of the range. Right? That's what you mean by that, I assume. Yeah. Were your ears ringing? We were just talking shit about you, Mike. I'm in here losing money and you're making it all. No, good stuff, man. Awesome day today. Maybe you can walk through what you saw there. I missed that Dow along with you early at the bell because yeah, like I meant, there's just not a lot. There wasn't a lot of range for me. And then I FOMO'd in to some +2 longs that we've been managing most of the morning, hoping that Trump is going to dump the markets here in a second. Down $7 on the day, 30 realized, what you're looking at 24 unrealized. Trying to hold for a full move to VWAP. That's the goal. We'll see how that works out. And then also look and see if I can sell some more puts on stuff. SPX puts are looking good. Oh, which Trader Talk was that? I missed yesterday's Trader Talk Tuesday with the vacation and the holiday. I didn't realize that yesterday was Tuesday. I thought it was Monday, so I missed all that. The Nick, yeah. When he was talking about how he draws. They do that a lot in the pre-market, I think. They draw like 50, 75, and 110 off low a day and high day. I found that's weird, though, when volatility constricts a little bit, then you pretty much have that range, it's the whole day, right? It's the whole range of the next day, so that made it hard for me. Yeah, where was it? So you got pretty much the bounce down here off a T-line, Mike? Yeah, Nick, that was a good Trader Talk Tuesday. Man, I should get an affiliate code for Rod if I'm going to keep talking about him. My only affiliates are for Tradezilla and Bookmap, which Bookmap is giving us bad news right now. Saying, hey, we want to come up here, take out this liquidity. We want to come up here and take out that liquidity. All right.
Order submitted.
It's been 6 minutes. This guy gonna talk? Still not talking? It's crazy to me that only 3,400 people care what he's talking about. And I bet you all the people in here are just complaining about him. What was the gold trade you took? Where was the gold trade? Down here. Did you catch the bottom of this gold? That would have been dope. That would have been sick. There's parts of me that kind of, with Pac here, I don't know. Parts of me that wants to play this, but not when I'm already red on the day. See, Mike, I see you get a good gold trade, and I'm like, oh, man, I want to be like Mike and get in at the -1s, and then it goes down to -2s, and I'm like, all right, well, I don't have the risk to go down there that far. So just continue sitting in this boring-ass trade. I got to clean the carburetor on my lawnmower. It's all clogged. That's what I'm avoiding today's task. Carburetor clean out on the lawnmower. Great question, Kirk. Sometimes you just get a feel, I guess. Let's go back to 9:30. Yeah, like maybe, did you catch this off the Dow? That's a good trade. It was just too early for me to get in. That's even before market open. Yeah, market open was fiddle in the middle for me. That's why I couldn't get in there. I mean, besides right when we entered, it stayed in the bands the whole day. I'd like to see Dow keep. I'd like to see this keep going. Yeah, so I guess at the time, this developing POC was a little lower. POC, T-line. Yeah. Love it. Solid. Missed it. Fast and Furious. Yeah, he's still not talking yet. Imagine we get to like 0.5 and then he talks and it flushes all the way down to the -1s. Suck it out. Go down and hit this liquidity. Come all the way down here. What's this, 730? Come on down there and play. 730 is this block right here. That's that big block on the Bookmap all the way down here. See, and that's kind of where I'll use Bookmap kind of as a target on top of what we see. But that 730 comes right into this volume here. That might be a good spot. I might consider, like, when it gets down there, if we start eating that stuff up, it'd be a spot where I might start putting a trail and stop. When you say gaps, do you mean gaps in the volume profile, like this gap here that fills up? Or do you mean like wick gaps, like fair value gaps at ICT? What gaps do you mean? What's up, Riley? No, I'm trading live account, 3 Lucid accounts, and 2 Bulenox right now. Those are the accounts I'm trading. I just leave my live account up at the top because that's the one that's real money. That's all the numbers I post are just from my live accounts. It would be easy for me just to have 25 evals and say that I'm making $1,000 a day, and then when I have a bad week and blow them all up. Right on. Took a little bit of heat early, but the day is looking better. The total P&L is up here. Took some graceful exits early after it pumped. So graceful exits of realized -30, and then I'm in this trade for 47. Yeah, we've been looking at the ES. Early on the ES, we were waiting for this. We were waiting for low of day, and it just never got there. But yeah, no, super two-way action. Look at, the wicks have been great. We just got into the Dow first. I got into the Dow first and then just never was able to get this. And I still like the Dow. I still like the ES long if we can get down towards that low a day. But yeah, definitely missed that. I know a lot of people had a good day on the ES for sure. ES and the gold seems to be where everyone was making their money today. 15 people. I think that's a record. Right on, Mike. Yeah, it makes sense. That's what I thought you meant. I just wasn't sure. Like this gap here is what you're saying. From here. Hold on, let me make it bigger. Like this gap from here to here. So, right. So you were looking long and saying, okay, if we fill from this open up to this, that makes sense. My whole day was shot yesterday after sitting here for 3 hours. So I think I'm putting an 11:30 time limit on myself. Not to close trades, but close down the stream. I do really want to hold out for this full move. As many of you know, I have a huge problem holding to target. And I would love to be able to hold the target in front of you. Pat myself on the back. Yeah, I'm still waiting for lower day too. When I get out of this trade, that would be kind of where I'm going to be looking, I think. Is the boss talking yet? Nope. Not talking yet. Still just telling us he's going to talk. Bookmap liquidity is still lower. I mean, but this kind of, Michael, would be the same kind of gap you're talking about. Like, even though it's small, coming from here to here. Or like this gap. Would love to get a break of this, though. Suck it down. Yeah, I like to be done by 11 too. Especially when I got some lawnmower repair to take care of. I almost just put a stop there and not give it back just to be done for the day. Up $20, but I can't do that right after I just said I want to hold to target. That would make me a hypocrite. Son of a bitch. And that's one thing I am not, a hypocrite. I might be a bitch and close my trades a little early from time to time. But at 11:30, if we're still below this swing low, I'm going to put a stop there. All right, I'm hypocriting away.
Order submitted.
Just because of the time of day. One or the other. Especially after yesterday. I need a win. Look at all that liquidity below. No, Brad. No.
Order canceled.
No. Trust the trade. Take it off. Trust the trade. Take it off. Thanks, Mike. Have a great day. Yeah, don't give it back, right?
Order submitted.
I'll be out if that happens. We'll do it. We'll get out, and then I can reevaluate. See how the rest of the day goes. Maybe we just won't be there. All right, now we're getting into dick for a tick range for me. Suck it down. Come on. I'm trailing it, guys. I need a win today. I need a win. Come on, suck it down.
Order filled.
All right.
Order canceled. Order canceled.
You know, it might come down and hit VWAP. But I'm taking my $25, $29. I'm going to start to chip away at this loss from yesterday. I'm going to give myself opportunities to get long here on the ES, a possible low a day. I'm happy. Not the ideal scenario, especially if it comes down and hits it, but I'm going to wrap it up for today, guys. Record number of people on the streams. Look for more streams at the end of June, right? I got to go back to work. I got to finish work. I know a lot of you have been here with me for the last 2 days, so I do appreciate it. Glad we can get a little bit of green on the screen and get back moving in the right direction for the rest of the week. All right? Until next time, hop in the Discord. There's a link down in the description if you want to support the channel. If not, if you're over in Rod's, I'll see you over there. And see you next time.